It's kind of hard to decide on one, but if I had to pick one, it'd probably be storming the basketball court after the Butler game when we beat them, I guess in 2012. So that'd probably have to be my highlight.
Fall welcome team was really one of my best experiences here at SLU. It really helped me make a lot of new friends. I tried a lot of new things. I was able to learn the square dance. That's a great skill to have. And it also just got me really excited to be at SLU. It made me feel comfortable here. It made me realize that this is going to be my home and that I was really excited about it.
It's like asking what my favorite food is. I would say one of my favorite memories at SLU has to be fall welcome my sophomore year. I was an Orphan leader, and it was just really fun to see students on the other side of it. So I'd already been through fall welcome as a freshman, really nervous, really anxious about what was to come. But being on the other side and being able to tell those students and really be convicted of it, that they are going to have the best 4 years of their life, was like some of those memories and some of those conversations. And then seeing them throughout the year really progress and make SLU their home was a really cool experience.
One of the interesting things about SLU, especially compared to the other places I've been, it does feel like a much more close-knit community. I find that faculty and staff here know certainly our majors by name by the time that they're juniors, certainly by the time that they're seniors. The students, we see them in the hallways all the time, and they really, a little bit more of a personal relationship develops between students, faculty, and staff at this institution than any of the big state schools that I was ever at. And I think that's kind of nice. The students feel at home in the department. They feel at home in the building. The more at home they feel, the more likely they are to come seek us out for help and take us up on those opportunities for research experiences.
My interaction with faculty has been awesome. I've gotten to know almost every one of my teachers that has taught me, and especially my core requirement classes, and they've been very welcoming. Their office hours have always been helpful. They've always had their office hours available for students for questions as well as for test preparation. And every interaction I've had is very positive, and they're always there to help students succeed.
Faculty is known for having really good relationships with students. It's something I didn't really have as an undergraduate, to tell you the truth, but students here tend to connect with their theology professors. We are often nominated for teaching awards and mentoring awards or to give the last lecture, the tradition we have here at SLU. But I know for myself, what I really value is that students will just come in my office and they'll come in. The majors might come talk about their future and things like that, but just ordinary students will just come in because they have questions that they can't answer, that we didn't get to in class, and we'll just come in to talk.
We treat each other with respect, and we treat each other with dignity. As we strive to do research, as we strive to be good educators in the classroom, but also good servants to each other here at the university, but also with the larger St. Louis community.
Faculty in the College of Arts and Sciences are always available. I know in every class I've ever taken, they've given me a list of when they'll be in their office on their syllabus. They've always been accessible. I've been able to email them. They're always ready to give me whatever kind of help I need to further my education.
My son is in the university, but I have to be that person for somebody else's son or daughter here. You know, that everybody, that's what we do. That's what we're here for, you know, to make sure that these students succeed.
Everybody cares, from the person that plants the tulips to the president of the university.
Many of our faculty have won teaching awards. They love teaching. They love students. Our faculty are all very active in research.
We have people in our department or in our program that are published at the best presses, published in the best journals. We have people who publish poems and created films and who have appeared on television and radio.
The faculty are of a very high quality. They're all actively publishing, all actively researching, and all actively engaged with undergraduate students in their labs doing research and actually helping them. I think that's one of the unique things about biology at St. Louis University that you don't see at a lot of other institutions. this is a place where a motivated undergraduate still has a reasonable chance of getting into a laboratory and working at the bench next to his mentor on a legitimate research project. And I think that's kind of a unique opportunity that we afford that you don't see at a lot of other places in 2014.
The classes outside my major have been absolutely awesome as well. I have to say my core are my favorite because those are the classes that I really enjoy. But the ones that supplement my major courses are wonderful. I took an African American Studies class and was one of the most eye-opening experiences at St. Louis University that I've had thus far.
Courses beyond my major that I've taken have actually been my favorite courses.
I found that even though the classes that I was required to take through arts and sciences that weren't necessarily a communications or French course were still really fun, and they were really engaging, and I learned a lot about things that I probably wouldn't have learned about if I was just taking just communication or French classes.
You educate people, and education comes in multiple forms. The sciences are absolutely essential, but so is theology, philosophy, English, the great literatures, art, music, history. These are the civilizing arts. This is what turns you from being just trained to being educated.
One of the unique things about SLU is the core curriculum. And you can view the core curriculum in a couple different ways. Some of the students here view it as this list of things that I have to do in order that I can get on with what I want to do or what I need to do to maybe get into medical school or a professional program. I think that's kind of an inappropriate view. And if you take that attitude, you're really missing a tremendous opportunity.
You can't have good liberal arts without good science. But you can't have good science without liberal arts.
The mission of St. Louis University is the pursuit of truth for the greater glory of God and the service of humanity.
And to me, learning all the things that I'm able to learn in the College of Arts and Sciences, even outside of my major, really help to give me a more global perspective of how I can apply my knowledge to give glory to God and serve humanity, and how I really can make a difference in the world with the knowledge that I've acquired here.
We take that seriously. We take that quite seriously because we feel as though the work we do is important, the scholastic work we do, but it's meaningless unless we can share that with the community, unless we can serve others, unless we can mold young scholars.
The very nature of what we do fits into the Catholic Jesuit mission. We do serve. We have a clinic here in the department, and we also serve sites through the city of St. Louis, in North St. Louis.
The mission directs us to try to tackle big questions and to look at social problems and figure out ways to fix them.
We get a sense of what drives this place, why we're here, what makes Catholic education in the Jesuit tradition different than education somewhere else. So I think if they would miss out on that, they would miss out on something really central.
We serve it directly. We do it by our teaching and by our research. We absolutely serve it.
We have so many successful students that it's hard to just focus on one.
It's nearly impossible to pick one student for a success story. I would say if we had to choose one for the area right now, there's the director of the Urban League St. Louis, which is one of the most productive and effective chapters in the nation. His name is Michael McMillan, and he got a degree in African American Studies. He's one of the first people at St. Louis University to get a degree in African American Studies. And currently, he is doing for the community all that we wish and hope for our students.
We have a lot of them, but we had our first Fulbright scholar come out of the department this year in a very long time. Young man who was a St. Louis native, came here for his biology program. A very gifted student, hard worker, and was a biology major and I think a Russian major as well. And he put those two disciplines together. He was able to sort of cobble together overseas research experiences for himself over 2 summers where he actually went to Russia. And he was persistent and he capitalized on all of that. and he was a successful applicant and received a Fulbright Award for next year, which is a very prestigious award. Only a handful of those go out.
That is success. Spelled big time.
My advice to new students coming into the College of Arts and Science is to really take advantage of the faculty resources.
Talk to your teachers.
Do not be afraid to ask questions.
That students find a way to connect their deepest questions to the kinds of questions we're asking.
Try as many new things as you can. Meet new people. Try a new thing.
Take a number of courses in different disciplines.
Trust yourself and stay true to yourself.
Stay on top of things from the get-go. Honestly, if you'll take a legitimate 20 to 30 minutes per night per subject, looking over your notes, reviewing what you went over in class, you will be so far ahead of the game by the time you get to the exam. There's no way you can make up that time, though. You can't do it in the weekend before the test. You have to keep up and you have to stay on top of it. And if you do that, your entire 4 years here will be a much more pleasant experience.
This is the time for you to become who you are intended to be.
Readers are leaders, thinkers succeed.
All of our faculties are sorry. Here, we'll start over all together.
No, it's gone. It's gone. All right. Okay, Mac. I'm going to call you Mac. That's what I call my niece. Okay, can I call you Mac? Like Michelle. Michael, Mac.
I don't know. I got nothing for you.
My own son is coming here to SLU next year as an incoming freshman. I've been giving lots of advice. I will give advice here because they'll be more likely to be listened to than my own son.
Exactly.